Hello everyone, and let's talk about Destiny 2. So Destiny 2 was revealed earlier this week, and this is me just getting around to covering it. You can see how excited I am for Destiny 2. I suppose the biggest news concerning the PC version is that it is going to use Blizzard's Battle.net. If you don't know what Battle.net is, or it's called the Blizzard app now, I think they've renamed it the Blizzard app. It is the launcher for Blizzard games, basically, for all sort of modern Blizzard games: Overwatch, StarCraft 2, Diablo 3, World of Warcraft. I think Hearthstone and Heroes of the Storm are the games that you currently require it. They're all Blizzard games, obviously. This is the first non-Blizzard game that is going to be launching on the platform. Now, should point out that Bungie will still be running the servers, and by the way, this being an Activision game, of course Activision Blizzard, of course we know Activision and Blizzard are the same company essentially, they're Activision Blizzard. Yeah, so Bungie are still going to run the servers, no dedicated servers, was what the point that we were trying to make there was. There will be no dedicated servers, which is weird for an MMO, for a game that is always online and requires a constant connection. Why are there no dedicated servers? That is weird. Although it's not an MMO, it's a shared world shooter. Only 4v4 in PvP. Yep, that's a modern online multiplayer game. That's what you expect from that. Battlefield 1, you can have 64-player battles. Yep, Destiny is only going to be 4v4 in PvP. I don't know what size of worlds they're going to have, what kind of instance size. I mean, how are they going to do world instances and raids and things like that? Are you going to do... Imagine raids peer-to-peer. Ugh, that's horrible. So one person is going to run perfectly for and everyone else is going to lag. And who do you decide who the host is? Is it the party leader that gets to host it? I don't know how they work in Destiny 1, but generally in MMO you connect to a server and everything's hosted on the server. Every player connects to the same server point, and you know, that's how it works. So obviously, depending on internet connection and distance from the server, you're going to get varying levels of lag, obviously. But again, I don't know. I mean, how does the shared world aspect work then if it's going to be peer-to-peer instead of no dedicated servers? Unless it's just for PvP. And unless that just seems lazy. So yes, it is going to require Battle.net. The digital, there is going to be a physical version, but I take it you're going to need a Battle.net account in order to use it. So there's going to be a physical version. Digital versions will be again available. Battle.net only is the only place you'll be able to buy the digital version, I'm guessing. Oh, you'll be able to buy it from resellers, but the key will have to be redeemed on Battle.net, I take it. So if you've got a Battle.net account, it will take advantage, it will take full advantage of all of the Battle.net features. Things like your friends list, things like if you're playing like World of Warcraft and one of your friends is playing Destiny 2, you're going to be able to see them, and you're going to be able to, I assume, have cross-party chat and all those other features that you will get. Blizzard are handling the authentication, and Blizzard will be doing the anti-cheat kind of things. So I wouldn't worry too much about hackers. Overwatch they do sort of ban hackers regularly, and they do have systems in place for Overwatch and World of Warcraft. Is this a big issue for PC players? I don't think it is. I mean, Steam obviously would be the preferred platform, but let's be honest, if you're a PC gamer, you're probably going to have a Blizzard game, aren't you? So you're probably already going to have the Blizzard app, or the Battle.net app, or whatever the hell they're calling it these days. You're probably already going to have it. I mean, StarCraft 2, millions of copies sold. Overwatch, millions of copies sold. World of Warcraft, millions of players. Hearthstone, millions of players, you know, so they all require it. So I don't think it's that much of an issue. It's not going to be that intrusive. It's not like Activision are launching their own proprietary sort of storefront for it. But yeah, Battle.net can be, I mean, isn't really a storefront. You have to buy things from the website and then add them to, or they get added to your account. You still have to log in separately. So it will manage your login. So if you log into Battle.net, you will not have to log into Destiny separately, although Bungie will run and control the servers for Destiny. as that's what they've said, really. So that's interesting for the PC version. The PC version is going to support 4K resolution, what we would expect. It has an uncapped frame rate, full mouse and keyboard support. Of course, it's a first-person shooter. You're going to want mouse and keyboard. Custom key mapping. It's going to have text chat, which I think is important on the PC version. It's nice because, again, we have a keyboard, so it's easy enough to do text chat. Adjustable field of view. It's going to have detailed PC settings screen. There's no more detail than that. Obviously, we've seen 4K, uncapped frame rate, etc. And FOV is going to be adjustable. So, and it's going to have 21:9 aspect ratio monitor support. So ultra wide support as well as ultra HD support. Good, really. That's good. What you would expect from a modern PC game. I did watch the trailer for it. Yeah, Dr. Manhattan is in it, apparently. He didn't get his dick out, so that was good. It's like, is he gonna get his penis out again? I was like, nah. But yeah, you got the trailer looked good. The gameplay looks alright. I do like the big sword thing that you get. There's a big like fire sword thing, and there was a class with. It's gonna be the same 3 classes. It's gonna be the hunter, the warlock, and what was the other one? The guardian or whatever. Not you. Everyone's a guardian. What was the tank one again? I can't remember what the tank one was. It was a guardian. We're all guardians. That's everyone plays as a guardian. But I can't remember. What was the Titan? Maybe no. Don't know. Don't remember. Don't remember what it was. But yeah, you've got a big shield thing that you can put out, which is kind of cool. The gameplay just looks like Destiny. The only thing I'm really kind of hoping is that the PC version will be decent. Apparently, it might not launch with the console version, which launches September 8th, if you want to know. But the PC version might come along later. I mean, I don't really mind so much as long as the port is good. I mean, if it comes along, you know, a few weeks later, but as long as it works and as long as it's decent, then you know it should be good. Maybe, hopefully, they don't take other cues from Blizzard. Maybe we'll get Titanforged gear in it. Who knows? We might get Titanforge, Warforged for Destiny. But yeah, you're going to have the same sort of 3-player strikes. They are introducing a sort of group finder type system. It sounds a bit like World of Warcraft's pre-made group finder. What you can do is you can apply to join for raids. And what you can do is clans, which I guess are guilds, and it can advertise for people via this system, and you can apply to join raids, you can join trials, you can join strikes via it. Does sound a bit like the pre-made group finder in World of Warcraft, which is fine. I mean, that works pretty well. Yeah, so it's going to be called guided games is what it's going to be called. So what it allows you to do is, they said it's a way for solo players to matchmake with established clans to take on end game and high level content. So what they said, guided game system allows players to search for clans, read a little about each. So it's a guild finder basically. Choose which one they want to play with. You know, a group of players from the clan can help the solo player through the nightfall or raid. In exchange, group of 5 players who need a 6th can use the system to fill the gap. So yeah, it's basically the pre-made group finder. So it's going to have official in-game clan support. Clan is just going to be, I think it's going to be similar to guilds system. You're going to get things like custom banners. You have you can have access. They'll have a website page where you can do things. So kind of similar to the guild systems in most other MMOs. That's good because, again, if you wanted to raid in the first Destiny, you had to have 5 other people that stuck with the game through launch and didn't get bored after a couple of hours and leave, as, you know, most of my friends did. We got bored after about 3 or 4 hours and said, to hell with this. I think I only made it to like level 12 or 13 in the first Destiny, and I just got bored with it. It was kind of boring. Hopefully there's more going on in the world. We need more things like world events would be nice. You had like public events, they were called, in Destiny 1, but at the start of the game they were so few and far between. Even in the beta, playing the beta for the original, they were just so few and far between that they just weren't worth doing, really, and the rewards weren't great either. Have more public events, have bigger. Hopefully, in the PC version, we can have bigger sort of server areas or bigger shards, if you will, bigger worlds to explore as well, with more players. I think it was only 16 players could fit into the original Destiny. But again, PC, hopefully we can have, you know, maybe 32, 64 into one area, and have things like, if you think of a game like Defiance, which had hundreds of players running around. Of course, World of Warcraft, you get hundreds of players. I remember Defiance doing those arc falls. They were fun in that game. They were so much fun in that game. I would love to see something similar to that in Destiny. Of course, we got Guild Wars 2 as well, which had the public quest system as well. That was pretty good there. So I'd love to see something like that in Destiny. That's what the first one really lacked. It was the sense that you were in a dynamic world that could evolve and change. That would be cool for Destiny, I think. You know, everything just felt so static. Enemy spawn points were always the same. The enemy types were the same. I saw the video where there was a strike going on, and they basically look like brutes, essentially. It's like, yeah, they're going about killing brutes from Halo. Don't have the Flood, don't have the Covenant reskins. Let's just have some new and original enemies would be quite nice. Again, I did play the expansions. Apparently things got better in the expansions. People always say, oh, you should have played it longer. Things got better, but I was bored by level 12. You know, I couldn't be arsed anymore. I thought, I'm done, level 12. I'm bored. The level cap was only 20, so it's not as if we were miles away from the level cap in that. But yeah, I was kind of bored. I hate games that say, oh, it gets good in X level. It's like, it should be good throughout the game. Because it had promise, it had potential, the first game. And it never lived up for it. I thought it was one of the worst, one of the most overrated new franchises of this generation, Destiny. It just felt like, you know, just a kind of bland, lifeless world that you were running around in and just, you know, running from one point to another, shooting things along the way. I want to feel more, you know, more interaction with the world would be nice. A sort of world, maybe not in the sense of in the sense of geographically bigger, but a world that feels bigger with more to do in it is much better. And with more players, more people to interact with, having people to interact with, seeing people out questing is part of the appeal of an MMO. And, you know, grouping up with other players and taking down large scale enemies is a fun thing. And I think that it's something that was lacking in the original, and no doubt about it, it was certainly lacking. But overall, I might be kind of lukewarm on the idea of picking it up. I'll probably check it out. Probably definitely gonna get it on PC. That's for sure. I think the first one, should it have come out on PC? I felt like it should have done. It's too late now for the first one to come out on PC, but you know, the second one hopefully is decent. We hope that it's a decent port. Bungie, they've never really done PC games, Bungie. Halo was released on PC. Halo was done by Gearbox Software, the PC port. They made Mac games beforehand, before they made Halo. There was Marathon, which was a Mac game. So they've never really done PC games. So this is technically their first PC game. I don't know who did the Halo 2 port on PC. That port that no one ever played because it required Windows Vista. And ain't nobody gonna use Windows Vista. I don't know, can you run it on a later version of Windows, or does it still require Windows Vista? I don't know, I've never actually tried Halo 2 on PC. But yeah, Halo 1 wasn't Bungie, it was Gearbox that did it, in case you're wondering. But yeah, have they ever done an actual PC game? Because Marathon was for the Mac. Halo was originally a Mac game as well, and then it was going to PC, and then it became to Xbox. So, I don't know. We'll have a look at that and see anyway. But anyway, that is all for this video, so thank you for joining me, and we'll see you again soon, and goodbye.